Namaste. Now, before going to discuss all the things, so let us see what are the chapters or the concepts you are going to discuss in the preliminary test, because there are two tests, one is a preliminary and second one is the mains, and preliminary examination is purely on objective type pattern. There are 150 questions, you are going to write 150 question answers in 2.5 30 minutes, means 2 hours 30 minutes means 150 minutes only. 150 questions you are going to write for 150 minutes, means each question carries a duration is 1 minute. As per the educational psychology and examination psychology, to read the total question with options, it takes nearly 20 seconds, and to answer the bubble or to bubbling the answer, it takes nearly 4 to 5 seconds, means out of 60 seconds 25 seconds used for only to read the question and to answer the question, means you have 35 seconds only to left to answer the question. So, this is very important. Before going to attempt the examination, you have to understand this one very carefully. So, do not waste your valuable time when you are going to write the examination, especially for logical reasoning, analytical reasoning and data interpretation, which comes in the preliminary test. So, this is the most useful, most important. So, who have the mathematics background, maybe some extent it is easy. Who are non-mathematics aspirants, it takes a little bit of difficult for you, but after this coaching definitely you feel very comfortable to answer the questions. Okay. So, here we have 13 areas in this one. We have current affairs, regional, national and international. International relations and events is the second one. General science, India's achievements in science and technology is the third one. Environmental issues, disaster management, prevention and mitigation strategies is the fourth one. Economic and social development of India is the fifth one. World geography, Indian geography and geography of Telangana state is the sixth one. History and cultural heritage of India is the seventh one. Indian constitution and polity, governance and public policy in India, policies of Telangana state, society, culture, heritage, arts and literature of Telangana. Social exclusion means right issues such as gender, caste, tribe, disability, etc. and inclusive policies is the 12th one, but the last one, do not feel it is the least one, it is a logical reasoning, that is analytical ability, logical reasoning and data interpretation. So, these are the 13 areas which are going to be covered in the preliminary test. So, once again I am repeating, there are 150 questions you have to answer in 150 minutes. So, as per my knowledge goes, and the same time after clear observation of the previous papers. So, from the 13th concept, that is logical reasoning and analytical reasoning and data interpretation, nearly 20 to 25 questions will come from the examination in the preliminary test from the chapter logical reasoning, analytical reasoning and data interpretation. Okay. So, especially and less number of questions will comes from the data interpretation in preliminary test, but in mains in the 5th paper. So, the question maximum number of questions will come from the data interpretation, and also in arithmetics also we have time and distance, time and what you call it as compound ratio, simple ratio, percentages, all these comes in the arithmetic concepts, but these questions will comes in the main paper. Clear? So, mains. So, anyway, so in the preliminary test, in the logical reasoning and analytical reasoning data interpretation, what kind of questions will come, how we are going to prepare, I will give the briefly the information to you. After giving a brief about all these areas, then we will discuss each one in an exclusive mode. Clear? Okay. Now, we will see one by one what is the examination preparation for the preliminary paper. The prelim examination for the Tspsc requirement will consist of 150 objective type questions. These questions will be based on general studies and mental ability, and each will carry 1 mark. You have to answer as many questions as possible to secure your rank, and that too within just 2.5 hours. Correct? Therefore, you need to a thorough preparation for this test, as you can only sit for the mains once you qualify for the prelims. When you are qualified in the prelims examination, then only your mains paper will be evaluated and those marks will be considered for the examination. Clear? So, if you are a good aspirant, if you want to become as a group 1 officer, so you have to score maximum marks in this examination. As for my knowledge is concerns, so if you get more than 120 out of 150, there is a possibility for you to select in the examination for mains examination. So, 120 is a very important. So, each minute important, each question is important, and each concept is very important. So, even though as you are a mathematics background aspirant, you have to concentrate especially for this examination. Clear? Okay. So, we will discuss, I will give very simple tips to you to how to, and here the time and speed and accuracy is very important. So, if you maintain this, definitely you will get a qualification in this prelims. So, I hope everyone will qualify and will give a tough competition for rest of the people. Okay. Now, we will see how we are going to prepare for the examination. You can prepare on your own, but you have to gather information from as many sources as possible. It is important to watch relevant news on the TV and read the daily newspapers to keep up with the current events. So, we have current affairs is there, one of the concept in the mental ability test, correct? Okay, in the general paper. So, current affairs, how you are going to current affairs means you have to watch the news channels very carefully, you have to read the newspapers, very important. And one more, the editorial column is very important. You have to read the editorial column because you have in the mains examination a general essay. So, general essay can be answered effectively by reading the different editorial columns which were published in the newspapers. That is a very important. Okay. So, just previous last 3 months means, so now for example, this is the month of June. So, you have to study the current events of various awards, rewards, difficult political scenario happens in the system, like all these things will comes in the current affairs. So, you have to observe and read it very carefully. You have to prepare your own notes and write it in a synopsis mode. That is a very important. Clear? Okay. You will also have to participate solving different papers for training your mind. The analytical sections otherwise can take up too much time. This is a critical error to avoid because you must answer as many questions as possible. So, you have to prepare the various kinds of examination papers. So, AppStore is conducted group 1 paper and Tspsc is conducting group 1 paper. So, collect all the previous preliminary examination papers, try to answer all the papers, then you can identify where you feel difficulty and where you are going to score maximum one, like you have to prepare your own analytical data. So, what are your weaknesses and what are your strengths, you have to understand that. So, which question, how much, which area you are spending maximum time, you have to consider those things also, because, so see, just you are eligible to spend only half a minute, means just 35 seconds. So, keeping all these things in your mind and write the examination. Clear? Okay. And also better to memorize all the information. You need to go back to the chapters and revise as much as possible. Going through academic magazines for competitive exams like Tspsc and newspapers in excellent practice develop this. This is a very important. Even though you are writing a group 1 preliminary examination, you have to practice various papers. Recently the government conducting various competitive examination like what you call it as simply as SI post and forest Udyog guide also conducted by the TSAT for the beat officers in forest range officers, correct, like group 1, group 2, group 3, like various competitive examinations. You have to collect all these competitive examination papers, you have to practice it, which area generally they are giving more importance, like you have to identify all those things. This is a very important, clear. Okay. The previous examination questions. Okay, now I am going to discuss the previous examination questions. This is a very important. Okay, here now we will observe those things here. The first question which is I am collected in a lake, there are 10 steps labeled using alphabets from A to J. Starting from steps A, every minute the frog jumps to 4th step from where it started. From the step A to it would go to step E, and from E to step I, and from I to it go to C, etc. Where would be the frog be at the 60th minute if it starts from the step A? So, if you want to answer all this kind of questions, there are actually we can classify all the analytical and reasoning questions into 3 categories. The first one is letter based questions, second one is number based questions, and third one is other resources. Other resources means here like data interpretation, arithmetics, all these comes in the other resources, other concepts, but you can classify the total things, total questions into 3 categories, that is letter based, numerical based and other resources. Means here if this question comes in the letter based. See it is very clearly given, so it moves to from A to E, correct, A to E, then E to what is the given information, E to I, correct. So, like A to E, E to I means here this is, so for this kind of questions you have to label the names as A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, there are 26 alphabets is there. So, you have to give the position of the letters. Okay. So, if you give the position of letter, this is the first one, this is the 1, this is the 5th one, this is the 10th one, means here 1 to 5, 5 to 10. So, it means there are 4, difference is 4, here is a difference is as a 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, correct, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, after that it moves once again to A, to E, I to E and E to A, means it complete A to E, E to I to E and E to A, means here for every 10, so means it is a completed means one cycle, correct, means here for how much time how many cycles will come, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, means after every 4 minutes the frog will arrive at A, correct. There are 60 minutes, so 60 by 4 which is 15, means 15 cycles completes, 15 cycles complete means again it arrives at A. So, option means answer is A. Is it clear? Okay. Look at the series here, 1, 9, 36, 100, 125, 341. What number should comes next? This the question is given. So, I said this for the first question is letter series, letter based questions. Second one is number based questions, correct. So, 1, 9, 3, 6. Generally, if you want to do this kind of questions, you have to concentrate on the squares, cubes, different kinds of numbers, means even number, odd number, perfect number. Okay. So, like what you call prime number, relatively prime number, twin prime numbers, like we have to concept. I will discuss it all the each and every one with a very elaborated way after this class, okay, this session definitely. So, let us 1, 9, already I said the number series generally based on cubes or squares in general. So, 1, 9 when you observe it, 1 you can write as 1 cube, 9 you can write it as 1 cube plus 2 cube, What is 1 cube plus 2 cube? Is 1 plus 8 is 9. 36 is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube. 1 plus 8 plus 27, 36. 100 you can write as 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube. Okay, 125 you can write it as 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube. So 341 you can write it as 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube plus 6 cube. Correct? Okay, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube plus 6 cube plus 7 cube, which is simply as 584. See, this is for this you need a more practice. If you should be very perfect in the numbers. Now coming to the next area, if the letters in each of the following 5 groups of letters are rearranged in alphabetical order and then the groups of letters so formed are rearranged in a dictionary, which letter group would have to group of the letters middle among the 5 letters group? This the question is given. For this you have to practice the questions, especially means you have to write A to Z and Z to A. That's a very important. A to Z and Z to A. Even the reverse order also, reverse position also you have to know. For example, when you read from left to right, so when you start from A to Z, the position of A is 1 and the position of Z is 26. When you read the letters from Z to A, the position of Z is 1 and the position of A is 26. For example, if you want to study the reverse order from Z to A, if you want to know, for example, the position of E. What is the reverse position of E? Actually, what is the reverse position of actual position of E? A, B, C, D, E is 5, correct? So simply you can say 27 minus 5, which is 22. So the reverse position of E when you read from Z to A is 22, like you can say it. Is it clear? This is very important. I will discuss this kind of logics, all these things in later one by one. So here, so now for this question, if you take it as first one is lakh. Lakh means here it comes as A, C, K, L, first letter. Okay. Next road, if you take it as def, A, D, correct, E, F. Okay. And next A, D, O, R, correct. Okay. And the next one is simply you have to find it as D, F is over and road is word. Okay. C, D, O, E. Okay. And the last one is simply E, E, T, M. So when you arrange in alphabetical order, which comes as the middle? A, D, O, R means which is road. So road is the answer. Clear? In this manner you can say road. Like the fourth one, if you see the fourth question, arrange of the letters either in ascending order or descending order or right to left or left to right. You have to follow all these things, means you have to practice very perfectly about the arrangements of the letters from A to Z. I will show it one by one. Clear? Okay. Now let us see one more question. B, E, G, K, A, D, F, G, P, S, V, Y. This question comes as an analogy. This is called analogy. Means here one group of letters will given. So you have to identify what is the fourth one. When you observe it very clearly, B, A. See it. B, A means reverse order. Okay. Then what is the next one here? E, D. The previous one. G, okay. F, F, G. K, J, K. Order is reverse. Previous letter. What is the previous letter to B is A. What is the previous letter to E is D. What is the previous letter to G is F. What is previous letter to K is J. Correct? So in the similar manner, what is the previous letter to P? K, L, M, N, O, P. So means which one will comes? O will come. So it is first letter is O. So it is clear. option B is the answer. Simply you can calculate. So, the order of the letters, the position of the alphabetical letters, you have keep in mind, it should be very clear, then there is no confusion. You have to practice this one. Okay, now coming to the next one. MO is the 13, 15. What is HJ? Clear? What is the HJ position here? What is the position of M? Is KLMNO KLMNO, correct? The position of M is 13, N is 14, O is 15. In the similar manner, H and J. When you take H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 8th and J is 10th. So, we can say 8 and 10, clear? Like you can say the answer. So, okay, maybe why I said all these things, I am giving a very clarity to you. So, different kinds of questions in the first session, first program, then we will discuss each and every one in an elaborated way. So, now come to the another area is called classification. So, here the question is 4 of the following 5 are alike, a certain way and so form a group, which one does it not belongs to the group? This is the question here. Tooth, chin, nose, ear, eye. Generally a small confusion will come in our mind, correct? Tooth, chin, nose, ear, all are in the same face, correct? Okay, what is the difference? Which is the different from all this? Which is the odd man out? Means here very important. So, here just we are good in English. So, TOOTH, O is the vowel. There are 2 vowels in the tooth. There are 2 vowels in the nose, that is O and E. There are 2 vowels in ear, that is E and A. There are 2 vowels in eye, E and E, but there is only one vowel, that is I in chin. So, 2 is chin is the odd one from among the given group. Is it clear? Okay. Now, coming to the, there are 3 of the following 4 are alike in a certain way and hence from a group, which then that does not belong to the group. Shirt, shoe, ring, cobbler. Shirt, shoe, ring will be worn by human beings, but cobbler is a human being himself. So, all are the things or objects which are worn by human being, but cobbler himself a human being. So, cobbler is the answer. Flower petal, circle arc, cover page, chair leg. Which is the answer? Here circle arc is a part of circle, page is a leg is a part of chair, petal is a part of flower, but page is not a part of cover. So, simply cover page is the odd man out. This is called a classification. Okay. Now, moving to the next one. So, here SCDTEFUGHWKL, which is the answer? Okay. So, here there are 2 alphabetical series, that is you know that PQRSTUV, correct? When you see alphabets, so here STUVW. So, the letter V will comes as the first one. So, VIJ is the answer. Okay. When you come into the next one, FAGGAF So, when you observe it, so GAFAG reverse order GAF, HAI reverse order is IAH. So, FGHI. What the next letter comes? J. So, JAK here, JI. So, now observe FAGAHAIA. So, JA will come. Okay. Then here what is the next one? See FG, correct? GF, HIIG. So, what the next one will comes here? Very clear. Next one is after J, which will K comes. So, option A is correct. Okay. Now, see the another question here. P5QR, P4QS, P3QT, P1QV. Which is the answer? Which is here? So, here the first 2 letters P5, P4, P3. So, answer should be P2, means option C is the correct one. Like you can by observing those things very clear. And one more. So, here YZ, ZX, this is called alphabet series. So, letter series means you have to count all those things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There are 18 letters. You have to divide the 18 letters as 3 groups. Each one carries 6, or 6 groups, each one have 3. So, better to take it as 6 groups, each one has 3. So, this is one group, one group, one group, one group, one group. So, it is very clear. So, if you say this x, y, z, y, z, x, z, x, y, x, y, z, y, z, x, z, x, y. Are you understand? So, x, y, z, y, z, x, z, x, y, x, y, z. So, means here x, y, z, cyclic expression. It is cyclic expression, x, y, z, y, z, x, z, y, x. So, when you see that which letters comes x, y, z, y. So, observe it which option 1 is the correct one. So, from all these examples you can understand the basic questions of the previous examination already given, means here you are very good in letter series and number. I will give some simple tips to do all these things, how we are going to do. You have to write the letters from A to Z and Z to A. You have given the position numbers. So, here clearly A to Z, the position numbers are already shown here, and the next one you have to write the letters from Z to A, the position numbers already given. So, some letters are they are equal position and reverse position. So, which letters here? Now, when you compare this, if you observe it, A and Z have the same position numbers when you take it as reverse position, means A and Z, B and Y, C and X, A and Z, B and Y, C and is a quite common A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Clear? Okay. D and W. D and W. If you want to remember this one, D and W, DW, DW, withdraw or don't worry, you can remember those things. And similarly, EV, FU, 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 you can remember as for you. GT, so previously we call it as our Telangana as TZ, but now we are called it as TS. So, we can remember it as TG, GT as Telangana. Okay. HS, HS means you can say high school, or you can say as hardware, software. IR, Indian Railways. JQ, Jockey and Queen. KP, KP or PK as Pawan Kalyan. Maybe all of you are remember the famous actor Pawan Kalyan in the similar manner. LOVE, so love is a one word. So, LOVE, we can remember it. Amen. So, like you can remember those the positions in either in the direct position number or reverse position number also. This is a very important. Once you recall all this, so every day you have to practice this kind of things nearly once or twice, then there's very useful. Maybe already I discussed so many questions on this, so you can observe it. Now, I am going to give the clarity about what kind of questions, which areas is going to cover in analytical reasoning and logical reasoning. Series completion test, just now I said x, y, z, y, z, x, z, that kind of questions will come. Next, alphabet test. Next, coding and decoding. Next, blood relations. Next, logical Venn diagrams. Next, mathematical operations. Next, analogy, logical sequence of word, syllogism. These are the few concepts in the logical reasoning and analytical reasoning. So, we will discuss each and every one in one by one. So, clear? Okay. Now, we will go for the little bit of discussion about each area. The first one is odd man out. Their questions are given as Abdul Kalam, Pranab Mukherjee, Manmohan Singh, Ramnath Kovind. So, we have Abdul Kalam is the President of India. Pranab Mukherjee also worked as President of India. Ramnath Kovind also acted as a President of India, but Manmohan Singh is a Prime Minister of India, not a President of India. So, C is the correct option. Correct? Okay. Goa, Puducherry, Ladakh and Lakshadweeps. Okay, so when you see Goa, Puducherry and Lakshadweep, if you take it as all these is, then you can say Ladakh. And 369, 15, 18, 21, 39, 40, 42, 27, 30, 33, 369. When you take 369, they are the multiples of 3. 15, 18, 21 multiples of 3. 27, 30, 33 multiples of 3. But 39, 40, 42, here 40 is not a multiple of 3, correct? So, it is very clear. So, D is the correct option. So, in this manner you can say. Now, this question comes as a Venn diagram. So, Venn diagram questions also will come, we will observe it. Here the question is ornament, gold and silver. So, generally the ornaments are prepared by the gold and silver. So, gold and silver is a part of ornaments, correct? A big circle will come, and there are some gold ornaments are there, there are some silver ornaments are there. So, gold and silver, but no gold ornament considered as silver ornament, no silver ornament as a So, here this option 3 is the correct one for this one, clear? Option 3 and C is the answer. Vertebrates, non-vertebrates, living beings. Living beings means here this all comes to this one, and this vertebrates are woman, sister and wives. Woman and sister and wives. If you take it as woman, sister, woman, sisters and wives comes as women. So, sisters, some sisters are maybe wives, of course, sisters and wives. If you take sister and wife, these two are disjoint sets, correct? So, we can say the option B, clear? In this manner you can say. Now, how many triangles are there in the figure? This is a very important. So, how many means you have to say this is 1, this is the whole is 1, this one is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this one is 5, this one is 6, this one is 7, this one is 8, this is completely 9, this is 10, this is 11 and this one is 12. So, there are 12 triangles. I will give a simple method to how to do it here. Okay, syllogism, this is one more area. In each of the following, 2 statements are given and these statements are followed by 2 conclusions number 1 and 2. You have to take the given 2 statements to be true even if there seems to be at variance from the commonly known facts. Read the following conclusions and then decide which of the given conclusion logically follow from the 2 given statements disregarding commonly known facts. This is here. Given answer is means if only one conclusion is follows, option A. Only 2 conclusion follows, option B. Either 1 or 2 follows conclusion, you have to take option C, and D is an 1 or 2, option D, and neither 1 nor 2. If both 1 and 2, option E, like you have to see. So, very important, sometimes the statements or conclusions may be not exactly correct, but according to the situation, according to the given conclusion, you have to decide. Sometimes dogs are tables, tables are chairs, like is given here. So, in general, practically it is not correct, but you have to understand according to the given statement, you have to think about the conclusion. So, this is a very important. So, I will discuss a small question already given in the examination, see it. So, the statement is some actors are singers, all the singers are dancers. This is the statement which is given, and the conclusions are that one, some actors are dancers and no singer is an actor. No singer is an actor. So, you can draw the Venn diagram like here. Some here we can say some actors are singers and all the singers are dancers. So, draw a circle which is actors, one more circle as dancers. What is the given statement? Some actors are singers, means there is a overlapping. This, if you say this is a actors and this one is the dancers, there are some actors who are dancers, correct? Some actors are singers, so some actors are dancers. This statement is true. And some actors are singers, okay. All the singers are dancers. If you see this, all the singers, these all the singers are dance. No singer is an actor, means this is singer, so means there is no intersection with this circle this. So this is the diagram. So when this according to this diagram, which one follows? Only one conclusion follows. Is it clear? Like you can follow the same thing. Okay. Now you have to discuss one by one. So for this I am going to give a simple concept to you. I am going to discuss especially some simple mathematical concepts. So cubes are very important. Well, how to find the cube of a number? A small, very simple. So this is based on speed mathematics, and there is another one, Vedic mathematics. I will discuss the speed mathematics. To do any cube, any square with a fraction of seconds, no need to by heart it. For example, you want to find a cube of a number, 2-digit number. Clear? Okay. Let us take a cube of number 12 cube. You want to find a 12 cube. What is the 12 cube value? So you have to find the 12 cube value means simply you have what you have to do, simply you have to write 1 cube is 1, 2 to power 1 is 2, 2 square is 4 and 2 cube is 8. I understand. Simply you have to write 1, then 2, square the number, 2 square 4, then cube the number, right. So leave the first and last. Then if after leaving the first and last, consider the middles 2 and 4, double of it 2 and 4. When you double of it, it becomes as 4 and 8. Now add this 8, 12, 1 is carry, 2 plus 4 6, 7, means 12 cube is 17, 28. That's it. Okay. If you want to take it as if here the first case is 10th digit is 1. For example, if unit digit is 1, means 21 cube. 2 cube is 8, 2 square is 4, 2 power 1 is 2 and 1 cube is 1. Double of this number 8, 4, these two. Leave the first and last, middle. So 1, 6, 12, 9. So 9261 is the answer. Clear? For example, if the two digits are same, then that is 22 whole cube. Means 2 cube is 8, correct? 8, 8, 8. Double of these numbers. When you double of these numbers, what you simply go 16 and 16. 8, 24, 2, 26, 2. Correct? Okay. Okay, like you can get the answer easily. For example, both are different. 23 whole cube. How we are going to find it? 2 cube. First one is 2 cube is 8. Okay. Next one is 2 square. Means here we can first one 2 square. 2 square into 3 12. Next 2 into 3 square 18 and 27. Double of these numbers. 24 and 36. When you complete, this is 27, 7, 2 will be here, 56, 6. 12 plus 24 is 36, 41 here, and this is 12, 12, 1, 6, 7. Like you can find a cube of any number. Okay. And if for example, so before going to conclude this session, I will give a very simple, even squares also. For example, square of any number. Let's take 50. Okay. You know that 50 square is how much? 2500. 60 square how much? 3600. Correct? Okay. So if you want to find 51 square, what you have to do? Simply 51 square. Correct? 5 square 25. Add the last digit is 26. And what is 1 square? 1. So 2601. That's it. 52 square. When you take 52 square means 5 square. 5 square. If you take it as simply, so you have so 51 square, 25, 1 square plus 1, that is 26, 1 square 2601. 52 square means 25 plus 2, 27, 2 square is 4, 04. 53 square, 53, 25 plus 3, 28, 09. Okay. 54 square, When you take it as 54 square, 25 plus 4, 29, 4 square 16, 2916, 55 square 25 plus 5, 30, 5 square 25, 55 square is 30, 25, 56 square 56 plus 5, so 25 plus 6, how much? 31, 6 square 36, 31, 36, 57 square 5 square 25 plus 7, 32, 7 square 49, 58 square 5 square plus 8, 33, 8 square 64, 33, 64, 59 square 25 plus 9 is 34, correct? 9 square 81, so 60 square. Like, you can do the things in a very simple manner. So mathematics is very simple. We can do all the things by speed mathematics, Vedic mathematics, recreation with mathematics, like concepts. So we will give the very clear manner all the concepts, all the areas of logical reasoning and analytical reasoning, data interpretation. Definitely after this, all these classes, all these sessions, I hope each and everyone from the Telangana state who are going to be right for this group 1 service examination will score 100% marks. When you follow our classes regularly, definitely it helps. We will discuss each and everyone from this logical reasoning, analytical reasoning, data interpretation area. All the concepts will be elaborated more in the coming sessions. Thank you for listening.